that there will be a certain leader in the nation.
Over president.
He will become president of Ghana. And he is like a tree. The prophecy was presented in a metaphor. So he was like a tree. Now this person who is the tree, there is no problem with him. But the one that comes after the tree, that when that tree has completed his assignment, it will be the desire of the tree that his deputy will be the next to take over power to lead Ghana. Now that is what God is not amused about. God is not happy about it. And so God will send that party into opposition.
Fruit. Now,
in the prophecy, I said that the tree itself has reposed confidence, so have the branches of the tree and the leaves on the branches and all the parts of the tree. They have all reposed confidence in that deputy who they wish to take over power, but God does not want that person. God does not want that person.
Political party MPP opposition.
And I said that if they bring that person to lead the party to struggle for power, God will drive the party into opposition. And the party I was talking about, I was emphatic. I said NPP.
2013 and a prophecy way back then.
Now it was 2013.
So now we are translator. I believe some will be kind.
And I believe that some of you have reminiscences of it.
Videos no.
The videos are available.
Mopa, one of these days, memo show actually.
If you want to play it one of these days for you. Now, after some years, they were going to choose a leader. Indeed, as the Lord spoke to the prophet, and the prophet told the people, during their primaries, the delegates selected that deputy of the
tree. YouTube, Facebook, and social media.
Now, some people. Some people found.
Social media.
Some people found that prophecy. I don't know where they had kept it, where they had preserved it, but all of a sudden that prophecy went viral.
And a chief of staff. Now, I
was in the house one day and I received a call from the chief of staff, the then chief of staff, Madam Frema Opari. And he said, your father has invited you to see him. Which he was talking about the president then, His Excellency the former president. So myself and Reverend Nanakwesi, we went to the Jubilee House. You see, I cannot disclose all things, but there is a point I am trying to make.
Prophet Victor Chief of Staff office.
So when I went there, Prophet Victor was there too, and so himself, myself, and C2, we went to the chief of staff.
And the chief of staff play video.
And then the chief of staff told them to play the video to me. You know I don't tell lies. Now I don't tell lies. Just that there are certain things I would not talk about if it can potentially cause some trouble. But as for this, it will not cause any
And
trouble.
so player me share you know, and I'm a frema chief of staff. At that time, you know, Obusam say Odivoya wa, and I'm saying I am here.
So they played the video to me, and after I had seen the video, then the chief of staff, then Madam Fremont Parry, asked me, Prophet of God, are you the one in the video? I said yes. And he asked, Prophet, why did you say this? Why did you give this prophecy?
And I'm saying, Mommy, a old video, 2013, Satam, Nana President. And
I said to her that, oh, this is an old video. This video was recorded so many years before His Excellency, the President, then became President. So I did not even know this was going to happen, but I prophesied because God gave me the prophetic word. And she told me that we are not happy with you about this prophecy.
In fact, call Papa and old video.
And he said to me, go and see the President.
But who says Satam now you're young? The oil translator no young.
I said, go and see the president and explain matters to him because he's also not happy. But well, it's true. The video is an old video. I've seen in that video that you were a younger man, and the man standing beside you translating what you were saying was also a very young man at that time.
And all catch them say. And
she said to me that I should go and see the president because he has called for me. So I went to see the president. What transpired between myself and him, I will not talk about it.
Chief of Staff and so
the chief of staff said to me, before I leave the Jubilee House, she would like to see me again before I go finally.
Also for Penny Victor Kusibuate confirmed me say, oh, a old video.
Even right there, Prophet Victor Kusibuate confirmed that indeed that video was an old video.
Chief of Staff and
then the chief of staff said to me that tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, Monday early morning, I should grant interviews. And then I should prophesy. That video which had gone viral, God has reversed the prophecy in that video, and that this time God is bringing Dr. Bawumia as the president and the leader of Ghana. So I walked out. When I got home,
my prepare me grant interviews. I
had prepared
because say, oh papa say baby akoko, but exano hana ne begina na ne bano enti o support to mommy and to support.
No, so I was getting ready to grant the interview, and because she has said to me that a fruit does not fall far away from the tree, actually, and he supports Dr. Bawumia, so you must also support Dr. Bawumia. Now I was getting ready. I was getting prepared.
I'm just making a software a witness.
Now, software may be my witness.
And
then the Lord spoke to me and said, do not say anything, be quiet. So I did not grant any interview. That is where my problem arose. That is why Chairman Wuntumi said to me that they have alleged against you that you have given your support to Honorable Kwejo Alanchemantin, and they have spoken to you in secret, told you what you have to do, and you have not done it. So they have arrested you. They have arrested you, and the reason they've arrested you is not what they are saying, but the main reason is that you have not done what you are supposed to do, and they have said that they will put you in prison at Akuse. So that you will be disabled. You will be disabled. You will not be able to do any spiritual work for Honorable Alan Tremantin because they know that you are a threat. And so the reason you have been arrested is what I am telling you, and not because of what is going around. That is what he said to me. Now, nobody can show any video that I went somewhere, brought out a gun, and the person I went to also brought out a gun. It's not true. Now, the Sotum chief, I was giving honor. I was only showing honor and respect. I was only showing honor
for peace. Tina mamena cast also Bempah bass or peace. Mini peace be a medemano. Once I not young Crawford. And I went to, but your hand or call mamma or coaching too, and I'm never coaching too. Now, and almost said that you sue, but I want to me catching me also Bempah say, and you know, Alan Tremantin, woman who's also support a man, woman who's a woman pet Dr. Bawumia sem. But Yehu Bibi, and no enemy how I'm a fair.
Right.
Show much in Nanya me crown won't bet me because I'm a
now, I was only showing, giving
order from above. Same famine cost tracking force. Afiana Joe, our process for a year church woman 8 ever family call me Pania Kume. Namima Mihui, Debbie, I'm a councilman for Fissameboa. Anna me pe be a challenge. Nankian cockot, Nam improve. Now, Omu you should dampare. Omu who's a fedie, NDC for the Omu Jim, I say MPP for be buafu. And no conclusion, I said, young one a pan young kuno. Young one a pan na young finish. Oh, politics. Sa time no. Mini obia crusu nipono. Almost had the and unti senya nyame na ba mu bi. And then nyame no de me ye na me pena me de ye ya anka ba na menti ase. Senko nyame me yi ankyere me say Omoko pania kum, and then command cancer soften and aquasimo, a moment hospital. Ah, not in Tina. Meda hospital bed so near the handcuff, a bombinsa, a caminsa me bleedy. Now, a horse on your side drip, as I say. Miss I am you, your bomb drip. I didn't know handcuff no crown moham from Mompem. Baby, almost order from above. Baby, a trip no. Esino, a whole woman handcuff no bomb was side you charm in a me bleedy, and I'm in say huh? Now, Coco, your big and chance, and Owusu Bempah, and no Diao, and a one. I am Quasiadia no more. I am Quasiadia. What must here? And two fishes satam no, Nanka me will be or influence. I want pen woman, come to my mesa. Come to me. And then the Kufado so, oh my contract to say, police for bar, sorry, the man, and my mamma, poor proceed for no, I may be a collapse. And on Sujidi. Gamparas were the proof on a beba. When Timmy and Fa prove beyond one command and a Kufado, be seen there, no proof. And I will deal with them. I dear my young woman. Okay, also for translating.
Now, like I said before. All right, can we have some silence then? Thank you. So, like I said before, I was only giving honor to the chief of Sotum because he came to me and informed me that he wanted to broker peace between me and a certain woman, and so I went there in honor. Can we have some silence, please? Silence. Thank you. So he wanted to broker peace between me and so I went there in honor of what the chief wanted to do. And when I went there, well, it didn't happen because the woman said she was not going to she was not going to allow there to be peace. That is the subterfuge they used at the time I was arrested. In fact, the main reason I was arrested was what Chairman Moon to me said to me, that I had allegedly thrown my support to Honorable Kojo Alanchemanting. And so now, at that time, I had to do something about it and reverse my support for Dr. from Alanchemanting, now for Dr. Bawumia. And so they used the IGP at the time, Dampari. They arrested me, even when I was on the hospital bed. The same hand where they had inserted the line was the same hand they handcuffed me against the bed. But I had done nothing. I had done nothing wrong. It was because of politics. And this demonstrates the power politics has in the nations of our world. At that time, if I had someone who had influence in the corridors of power, do you think that they would have done to me what they did to me at that time? The answer is obvious. And
men can't say you're born again believer.
That is why I'm urging on you. I'm urging on you.
You don't want to involve yourself. No.
Don't say you are a born again believer, and so there are certain positions of power you don't want to get involved. Don't say that.
I remember say, "Openi bi yeso be stand there, mami. Omo oda penini says some person be lose na juma. On stay away from Owusu."
At that time, somebody stood out to advocate for me. They said to the person, if you don't want to lose your businesses, stay away.
The entire make culture say, politics, who you're born again believer, involve yourself. Those days, you know, Senkenye now sitting president. Urua. John Dramani Mahama. Our dinner no bear movie. A man and Crawford, a Bowra movie. And Kadiabetumeno, you have no idea.
Now, in those days, had it not been the current president, who was the opposition leader at that time, who raised his voice, spoke about it, and his party and party communicators in opposition also spoke about it, you have no idea what they would have done to me.
Apart from protection,
apart from God's protection,
me.
Apart from God's protection, now his people were the ones that protected me.
Mahama, the lawyers, and the Kasamame.
At that time, Mr. Sami Jemfi and the lawyers of the president, President Mahama, who was the opposition leader at that time, they were the ones who were all over on radio speaking against what the government was doing.
Because why a president did that?
Because he's been president in Ghana, so he's got a voice.
To the moment Tomo says be too so for Bempah, mu MPP be hold you. Sami Jemfimo. Any brace or more kasa home, and I'm a fema, woman who said no, baby, I didn't do no.
So now, when Mr. Sami Jemfi and other communicators of the opposition party at that time started speaking up against it, that if anything evil happens to Prophet Owusu Bempah, we'll hold MPP party responsible. That was when they started to put down their weapons.
So
don't let anyone tell you
evil. No,
that politics is evil. It is not. Because it is part of our human endeavors. If you say you are not concerned about politics, then someone who is concerned about it will choose a leader you don't want for you. Now, do you know at that time I had not met Mr. Alanchemanting. I had seen him on television, but I had not seen him face to face.
Vice President, Bawumia. Any MPP for penny for Samia Uku, Mr. Fredo Waramo, Eddie Jatua, Echo, Archbishop.
And I always say that they should thank the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, because they had petitioned him. They had petitioned him, and when I went to meet them there, they rendered an apology to me. I considered God, and I considered the honor I have for the Archbishop, and I forgave them. Now let me tell you something. Now in Ghana, whether I like it or not,
2016,
everyone knows that in 2016, God used Prophet Owusu Bempah to bring NPP to power.
Even politicians.
My voice was the loudest. My voice was the loudest, even more than some of the politicians themselves. And when it comes to prayer, I prayed more. I did more spiritual and prophetic work than any other person. Because when I see the direction of God and I see the one God has chosen, I go all out. I have no reservations.
Samuel all out.
Now someone went all out for Saul.
Until Saul disobedient.
Until the day Saul disobeyed God.
Still. Not Samuel pleading for Saul.
Was still pleading with God for Saul. Until God rebuked Samuel. And then Samuel kept quiet. As for you, you can tell me you are a born again believer. So at every time you want to be controlled. You want to be controlled.
The reason why I make us answer
now, the reason I am saying all this is that I want to encourage you to get involved in politics. Maybe you don't like it, but if you have what it takes for it,
politics, do it.
If you love politics, get involved. It is not evil.
I didn't say last week. Wasn't
it beautiful when you saw the video of the president of Ghana last week in church, dancing with his wife, sitting in the midst of the congregation? There was no special seat designated for him in church. He was sitting amongst the congregation. They were even cracking jokes. They were asking, why did they make the president sit in the midst of a congregation? And the leader answered and said, because he didn't turn up for rehearsal. And now it cracked them up. They were all in stitches. Now, wasn't it lovely? Were you not amused?
Fair gentleman.
That the first gentleman of the nation stood in church. He was clapping with the congregation, praying with the congregation, listening to the preaching. And what I'm happy about is that he also knows how to preach. Now, did you hear what Trump said? The comment he made.
Christians,
he said, Christians, don't be fools. Get involved in politics.
Now, you hear Debbie, I hear who say, oh, yeah, dear. Oh,
as for us, we always appear sanctimonious.
Who told you?
Always abstaining from politics or political affairs. And if you are a politician, you are hell bound. You will go to hell. Who told you? When a righteous man rules, there is prosperity and peace. It's in the Bible.
You have fivefold ministries. Ephesians chapter 4.
Fivefold ministries in the book of Ephesians chapter 4. We've got the apostles. He said he has made some apostles,
prophets,
and he's made some prophets,
pastors,
he's made some pastors,
teachers,
he's made some teachers,
evangelists,
he has made some evangelists.
And your New Testament and your Old Testament.
Now this is in the New Testament, not in the Old Testament.
It is still prophetic ministry.
So the prophetic ministry is still functioning and is relevant.
And prophetic ministries and
one of the functions of the prophetic ministry is to appoint leaders for nations.
Prophets with
God assigns prophets to governments and kingdoms.
President was a spiritual person.
Now every president has a spiritual person in his life. Now, even those who don't believe in Jesus, they have spiritual men in their lives. So if that person does not believe Jesus, that spirit that backs that president or leader is the spirit that